Hi all, welcome back to my channel Sweet Salt Spicy. Today we are going to see a gravy recipe that's called paneer chaman. The ingredients for this are paneer 150 grams, curd 4 tablespoons, onion 1 big finely chopped, tomato 1 chop, methi handful, chili powder 2 tablespoons, turmeric powder 1 tablespoon, cashew few pieces, ginger garlic 1 tablespoon, and ginger 1 tablespoon, elaichi 4 to 5 pieces. Now we'll be adding the garlic pods and ginger to the blender jar as well as the tomatoes and blend it into a fine paste. So I have blended this. I'll be adding little water, that's half cup of water, to the blender jar and I'll blend it into a fine paste. Now I'm going to heat a pan. To this pan I'll be adding around 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil. Once the pan is heated and the oil is heated, I'll be adding the elaichi to it. So I'll be adding the elaichi to this because the pan and as well as the oil has been heated. I've added around 4 pods of elaichi. To this gravy we'll be not adding the cinnamons, cloves, everything. That gives a little bitter taste to the gravy. Have added around 1 onion that's finely chopped to the pan and fry this until the onions turns into pink. Now I'll be adding the tomato puree, to which I've added ginger garlic paste also. So to this I'll give a good mix by adding a little water to the blender jar and I'll be adding to the same pan and give a good mix and allow this to cook for around 2 minutes. Meanwhile, I'll chop the methi leaves. While chopping methi leaves, use the steel knife. Do not use the iron knife because that might give a bitter taste to the gravy. I'll be adding the methi leaves to the pan and fry this until the methi leaves are finely cooked. This gravy goes well with the roti, naans, parotas, puris, and it is a kind of creamy and rich gravy. You can serve this when you have any guest at your home. To this same pan I'll be adding the chili powder as well as the turmeric powder and mix well until it blends with the whole gravy. Give a good mix. Then allow this to cook for around 2 minutes. Close the lid and allow this to cook for around 2 minutes and keep the flame at the low. Now to the same blender jar I'll be adding the cashews as well as the curd and blend this into a fine paste. I've blended this here. Now I'll be adding the mixture to the pan. Meanwhile, the methi leaves have been cooked here. So at this stage we can add the salt around 2 tablespoons and I'll be adding the sugar, that is to balance the taste in the gravy, around 1 teaspoon of sugar. Give a good mix. Then I'll add the cashew as well as the curd mixture and give a good mix. Now I'll be adding the mixture here and I'll mix this well so that we'll get a kind of creamy texture. It's a kind of a rich gravy. You can just prepare this in very few seconds. This is optional. I have added a store-bought cream here. If you have malai at home, homemade, you can just add around 1 tablespoon of malai. That's optional. Look at the color and the texture of the gravy. And I'll be grating this paneer in a big grater. I've taken around 200 grams of paneer over here, but have used around 150 grams of paneer. So grate in the way which I do it, just from up to down. So you get this kind of grated paneer. I'll be adding this to the same pan and mix it gently. You have to mix it gently, and you have to keep the flame in low and allow this to cook for at least 1 to 2 minutes. See, the remaining paneer I've just kept it aside. So I'll allow this to cook for around 1 to 2 minutes in a low flame. Here is the final outcome of the gravy. If you like this recipe, kindly hit the like button, share and subscribe to my channel. See you all in the next video. Bye.